everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by. So for today's video, I thought I would just sit on my floor and play with some makeup. I was not in the mood to turn on all my lights, to do the whole thing, so I figured, you know what? Why can't we just sit on the floor in front of my window and do some makeup? So let me know what you guys think of the setup, if you guys like it, and then I can do that a bit more often, just because sometimes setting up the whole thing, like the lights and everything, can sometimes take a little bit longer. So if you guys enjoy this, I can do videos more often, like playing with makeup, because I'm just sitting on the floor. My hair is currently very crunchy from doing my curls. I need to fluff it up, but I don't want to do it just yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull my hair back so it's out of the way. Also, I'm sitting in a very strategic way to cover what is behind me. We're in the middle of switching out our summer and winter clothes, and it's like a disaster. Like, you can't really see on the other side of the bed. It's a disaster. I'm in the middle of doing that, but I figured I would take a break and play with some makeup. So today's video, we're going to be playing with all drugstore products. I have some new products. I have old products that I've rediscovered, so I figured we would just include them all in one video. I do want to do another get ready with me with all high-end products, because I've bought quite a few. They're mostly the ones from my Sephora haul that I just never made a video on, but I've tried basically all of them and I have an opinion on all of them. So stay tuned for that one. Let me know if you guys are excited for that one. And yeah, so I've already gone ahead and washed my face, but I didn't put any moisturizer on. So I was watching Katie Jane Hughes, which, by the way, Francisco bought me her brushes. So I'm thinking of making a video with her brushes. Let me know if you guys would be interested. I probably wouldn't make it just about the brushes, but like include them in a video. They're so beautiful. But anyways, she was talking about how when you do your makeup, you really shouldn't apply too much like skincare before you start, because you don't get to see how the product really works, like as far as foundation goes. And I always do my skincare before we do our foundation. Or who's we? Before I do my foundation. So I wanted to start changing that up. So today I just washed my face, and now I'm going in with the Ren Clean Skincare Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic. And this is like a little mini bottle. I'm about halfway. And I like it, but I haven't used it consistently. But this is the one that she uses every time she does her makeup. So I wanted to use it today. And then just kind of revive the face real quick before we go in with our foundation. My face is probably going to get really red. Now, I've noticed that my face is very sensitive, and so is my stomach. I don't know if it's coming with age, or maybe I just never noticed it, but yeah. Kind of annoying. Especially because I'm not a very sensitive person, so, you know. Look at that. And that's after washing my face. Wash your face. It's very important. So let me start off by putting some lip balm as well. And I'm going to go ahead and use first the e.l.f. with Dunkin', the little lip exfoliator that they came out with. I just want to exfoliate my lips real quick. Today is going to be 90 degrees here in California, where I live. Well, let me tell you, I am not looking forward to it, because our apartment doesn't have any like AC or anything, so it gets pretty horrendous in here. Alright, and then I'm going to put some lip balm. I'm going to use the AOA Studio Little Strawberry lip balms. I've used this a few times, but definitely not enough, but it smells really nice. Also, I shaved my mustache right before doing this. I thought it was going to be red, but it's not, so that's great. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and apply some eye primer, and I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer, and this is in the shade Nude. I actually really like this little primer. I feel like not enough people talk about it, but basically all it does, it just primes your eyes, but then it adds a little bit of a tint. It's not like too much, but it's like the perfect amount. So I like using this every once in a while. And since today I'm gonna start with my eyes, I figured a little eye primer doesn't hurt anyone. To be honest, I don't always prime my eyes. I usually just use concealer. But if I'm gonna do my eyes first, I sometimes will go the extra step. Really nice primer. It's affordable. So if you guys have been looking for a primer, I would recommend this one. I also like the Milani one, but with the Milani, it doesn't really add anything to the eye, like any color. So you still have to set it with something. And then for the eyes, I'm gonna use the JCat Viva La Musical palette. This is 24 colors. This is actually my first eyeshadow palette from JCat. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. I've used it a few times already and I actually really like it. I think the other day I did like a purpley kind of look. What do I want to do today? I know I don't want to do blue. Maybe I'll just redo that purple little look that I did the other day. It came out really pretty. Never really heard about JCat and their eyeshadow palettes. I mean, look at that, those shimmers, the mattes. I kind of messed that up. But look at those mattes, look at the shimmers. They're really pretty. I've really been enjoying it. And it comes with like a little mirror. And I think I got it on sale. It was like $11, but I think regular price it's like $14, which is still really good for the size that you get. The packaging is a little bit cheap, but I mean, as long as the product inside performs well, I don't really care. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. I'm going to take Fa La La, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to apply that all over the crease. So yeah, like I was saying, it's supposed to be really hot today and tomorrow. And oh man, what I did yesterday is I made dinner. And I did like double so that we would have leftovers today so that I wouldn't really have to cook. And then tomorrow we're going to do just like some leftover frozen food. Because sometimes what I'll do is if I have too much of something that I cooked, I'll just freeze it. And then we'll use it like on a future date. But yeah, I have like stew meat that we'll be having tomorrow. So at least today and tomorrow I won't really have to cook. Because cooking when it's hot, would not recommend. And then I'm going to take this shade right here, my Melody, and add that also to the crease, like a really pretty dusty pink. Their shadows are very powdery, but I mean, as long as you do your eye before your face, then you should be fine. I haven't had any problems with that. What do you guys cook when it's hot? Or do you guys not cook? I'm actually really looking forward to when we have our house, because I'll be able to cook whenever, whatever, because, you know, we'll have AC or something. Because, man, the apartment life without AC, it is not the best. So, that's just added a little bit of color to the lid. Now, we're going to deepen it just a bit. So, I'm going to take some of... I'm going to take some of this one, which is totally my jam, on like a fluffy brush and start applying that to the crease very lightly. And then just start applying it to the crease just to give it some depth. But I don't want to make it like super dark yet. Going back in. Yeah, I feel like whenever it's hot, like the last thing I want to do is be having like super hearty like meals. Well, I'm saying that, and tomorrow we're gonna have beef stew, but I mean, I'm not cooking it, so I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like over it, but I'm also trying to be better about what I eat, because we went to get our blood checked and mine came back that my cholesterol was a little high, so the doctor recommended that I just watch what I eat a little bit and start exercising. Alright, so then I'm going to take Hearts Have Beats, which is more of a purpley one, and I'm going to start adding that a little bit lower than I did the other one with the smaller brush.
I just want to kind of emphasize the purple. I don't want it to be like so pink.
Let me know if you guys have this palette. I think it's so pretty. I don't think JCat has any other palettes, or do they? Honestly, haven't even looked. Maybe they have like a ton. I don't even know it. If there's other ones, do you guys have a favorite? because I really like this palette. All right, I'm gonna go back into that pink shade and then apply a little bit more on the crease, because I feel like because of my hooded eye, you can barely even see it. And usually what I like to do is I'll look straight into the mirror and then apply the color where I want it, because that's typically what you'll be doing. You're not going to be looking down at people, you'll be looking straight. So that's kind of how I will fix my eyes, especially for my eye shape, and it works out perfect. Today I had a job interview and I think it went pretty well. Pretty excited about it. Right now, looking for work is so hard. If you guys are in the same boat, let me tell you, I feel your pain. I think I'm gonna take some of this Wow the Crowd, which is like a really pretty shimmer, and put that all over the lid. I feel like that's gonna make it very pink though. No, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna take some of this Wings to the Mind. Is that what it says? The writing's so little. I'm gonna take Wings to the Mind, which is more of a purpley shade, and put that instead. That's what it looks like. It's really pretty. Because the other one, I feel like it's too pink. There we go. It's really pretty. And these shimmers are not gonna be like those crazy, you know, see from sky, no, from the moon kind of shimmers. They're gonna be like very buttery shimmers, which I actually really like. Kind of want to take Beatbox for the song. These names are so weird. Which is more like a blue. And I kind of want to add it to like the inner part and see what it does. Ooh, that's pretty. I feel like it looks kind of lilac on top of the purple. And then just kind of want to blend it in. I don't want to do like the whole lid. Alright, so I think I'm going to stop right there on the eyes, and we'll add more to it if we feel like we need it. So, also I'm sitting on the floor, and I don't usually do that anymore, and it's already hurting my back. 30. Tell me you're 30 without telling me you're 30, right? Alright, so for the primer, I have this new one from e.l.f. and it's the Power Grip Primer in Clear, which is supposed to keep makeup in place with this clear gel primer full of skin loving ingredients like hyaluronic acid for skin that looks and feels the best. So you're supposed to apply it and wait 30 seconds and then go in with the makeup. And I have the mint one, but I've heard this one's supposed to be like a little bit more hydrating. I used it the other day and I didn't really like it because of what I applied it with, or what I paired it with. So I'm going to do about that much. And then just sort of apply it everywhere. You kind of have to work kind of fast with this because it starts to get tacky really fast. See, like it's already, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Crazy. Alright, and then for foundations, I have two different ones. I have the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, and I have it in light medium. This is a really good foundation. It's more like a light coverage foundation, but it looks very natural, very pretty. So I know how I feel about it, so I don't think I'm going to use it on today's video. But I do want to use this one, which is the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. And I have this one in Neutral Sand, and I've actually had this for quite a while, but I honestly could not tell you how I feel about it. And I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it like recently. I don't know why, all of a sudden, maybe it like went viral on TikTok or something. So I think I'm gonna start with we'll do one pump. So this is what the shade looks like right there, and it's more like a thin consistency. So that's gonna be pretty nice. So I'm gonna take it on my sponge, and this is the Beakey sponges that Taylor Wynn has talking about from Amazon. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of wipe off what I put on my hand so we don't waste it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do like half a pump. So I would definitely call this a medium coverage. So there is one side with the foundation, and here's the side without anything on. So as you guys can see, it definitely does even out my skin tone. It covered a little bit of redness, so okay. Oh. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply the same amount to the other side. So there is the foundation on the face, and I feel like the contacts that I have on are bothering me. I was thinking of doing one more layer. Maybe we'll try to build it up on the cheek area. Alright, so I'm gonna take this much and then just kind of focus it like right here, which is where I get most of my redness. Alright, so there we have it. That's the base. I think it looks really pretty. So now we're gonna go in with the... Ooh, I had a corrector that I wanted to use, but I think it might be too late. I have this Kaja corrector that I wanted to apply before, but it doesn't matter. We'll just do it in another video. And then for concealer, I'm going to use the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I've been playing with it for a little bit, but I could not tell you how I feel about it yet. And it's in the shade Vanilla. I think the shade matches me pretty well. I like that it has like a little pump because it kind of looks like a mini foundation. And then I'm going to apply about that much. And then we're going to spread it on the under eye. And then a little bit here, which is where I get some redness. And then I'm going to use the Sigma Tapered Blending E35, which is supposed to be an eyeshadow brush. I've been liking doing this for concealer because I feel like it's very detailed. I think I might have applied too much concealer. This concealer is very liquidy, so a little bit goes a very long way. Alright, so that's what the concealer looks on the under eyes. I think it looks really pretty. I really like this concealer. It's very light. So for bronzer, we're going to use the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and I have mine in Honey Drip. This is a really nice shade for me. And I'm going to apply it with this e.l.f. 105 little micro, no, what are these called? Stipple brush. Wow, I had a brain fart. And then I'm just going to go into the bronzer, pick up a pretty good amount. Because this bronzer is not like very pigmented. And I basically just want to put some color down before we go in with my powder bronzer. And I've been liking kind of taking my blush, or not my blush, my bronzer almost like a blush all the way to the front. Alright, so now that the bronzer is on, I'm going to take some of this Believe Beauty Matte Blur Loose Powder in Translucent. If you guys saw my powder declutter video, I was actually going to declutter this, but I saw Emily Noel, and she was talking about how she loves this for her under eye, so I pulled it back out. And I've actually been really enjoying it for my under eye. So, I'm going to take it on this Real Techniques setting little brush, making sure there's no creases. And I'm gonna set the under eye. So this is what it looks like set versus not set. And then for the rest of the face, I'm gonna take the NYX No Filter, what is it? No Filter Finishing Powder in Porcelain. And this one, Emily Neal also talked about in that same video, and she was saying how she likes using it for her face. And I feel like it looks really pretty on the face. But it's like a baked kind of powder, so. And I'm doing it with a Milani powder bronzer. brush. So I actually forgot to put this highlight, and it's a liquid highlight, but I think it should be fine because it's not like super matte. So this is the Flower Beauty Spotlight Liquid Highlighter in Opal. Oh my gosh, if you guys have not seen this, it's beautiful. And I've heard that it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one, little wands. So it has a little sponge tip, and then it has a little screw that you open and close whenever you want to use it. Do you guys see that? I mean, that is beautiful, and I feel like no one is talking about it, and I don't get why. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use that. Alright, so I'm just gonna go directly in onto the skin. Hopefully you guys will see what I'm doing. I'm gonna take my finger and then spread it out. And I definitely think this would have applied better if it would have been on my skin, my dry skin. I mean, my unset skin, but it still goes on very beautifully. I'm gonna take it on my brow a little bit, and I'm gonna do some on my nose. Some on my chin. I love this so much, and I feel like it's very underrated right now. Nobody's talking about it. I'm sure eventually it's gonna go to TikTok, and then it's gonna sell out, and nobody's gonna be able to find it. But for now, it's my little hidden gem. For my bronzer, I'm gonna take the Milani Sun-Kissed Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. And I'm going to take it on this little Equal Tools brush. I think this is like a blush brush, but I like it for bronzer because it's more tapered. Alrighty, for the eyebrows, I have this from NYX, and it's the Stick It, Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara in Espresso. And then I have the Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen, also in Espresso. So I'm going to go in with the brow mascara first, and I really like this one. It has like a nice size wand. I wish it was a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Just to kind of shape them out, and then we'll go in with the pen. Whatever areas are kind of bald. And I really like this brush, or this brow mascara, because honestly, on days where I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, this is all I will use. I just wish NYX would make a smaller brush, kind of like the Wow Brow from e.l.f. Alright, so there we have both of the brows. And then we're going to go in with the brow pen. If you guys want tips on like how to do your brows, you should definitely follow Kitty Jane Hughes, because her brows are truly like a work of art. She goes from having like very thin brows to like making them look super natural and feathery. It's crazy. I think we're gonna stop there because I don't want to ruin them. And typically I'll store it like upside down like this with the tip down into where my brushes are. Let me do my lower lash line now. So I'm going to take the eyeshadow palette again, and I'm going to go into the same purpley shade right here. And I'm just going to run that on the lower lash line. And then kind of stopping halfway, and then connecting it to the outer corner. I like that. And then I want to take a little bit of eyeliner, and I have this one from Wet n Wild. It is their new Breakup proof waterproof liquid eyeliner in black. I don't know if they have any other colors. Hopefully they come out with more. But this has been a really good eyeliner. Like, I've been really liking it, and it's very easy to use. It has like, I think it's like a brush tip. See how like I don't know. And it's a very pigmented eyeliner. It's very black, very pigmented, and yeah, it doesn't budge. Like, I don't have any problems with it, so. And typically, I'm the type of person that tugs on my eyes. I know I shouldn't, but I do, and with this eyeliner, I feel like I don't really have to. I would say they're pretty even, right? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. For the lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and use these two together. This is the Lottie London Super Fake False Lash Mascara, whatever, and this is the Milani Anti-Gravity Mascara. This one I don't like at all. This one's pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix them. This one has like that little short bristle kind of wand, which it's okay. So that is one coat of the Lottie London. It's not the worst, but it's just not my favorite. And then I'm going to take the Milani. It actually looks really pretty together. And then for the lips, I have quite a few different options. They're not like new, but they're newer to me. And it's these here. So I have two from ColourPop, which you guys have heard me talk about them before. The glowing lip. I love these so much already. And I have it in Museum Date and Let's Jet. But I don't think I want to do these because these are more orangey. And then I have the Milani in So Obsessed. This is the matte lip crayons. This is also too orangey. So I think I'm going to do maybe one of these. These are the Wet n Wild Mega Slick Lip Glosses. And these are like $2 on Amazon. I haven't heard anybody talking about them. But I have them in Nude Mood. And what's the other shade? Love Language. I think I'm going to use... Maybe I'll do the Love Language because it's more like pinky. But this is that shade right there. Isn't that pretty? And then I'll go in with this one. It's very light. I mean, it doesn't add a ton of color. So this would be like a really good lip gloss to pair with like a lip liner. But I didn't pull any out and I don't want to, so. Alright, so let me go ahead and floof my hair a little bit. And for the floofing, I just used the Garnier Whole Blends Taming Leave-In Miracle Frizz, Tamer Coconut Oil, and Cocoa Butter. This is supposed to be 10-in-1 smoothing remedy, in case you guys were curious. But yeah, so that's gonna be the finished makeup. What do you guys think? I really like how that foundation's looking. It could be like what we paired it with, how we paired it with the primer, the e.l.f. primer. So it's giving it like some hydration, but also it's like not sticky, but it looks very healthy on the skin. And also the concealer looks very pretty. The eyes came out really pretty. Let me know what you guys think. I think it turned out really pretty. And yeah, this might be a foundation that I might pull out and wear a little bit more. I don't know why I wore it and I just put it away. Maybe I just didn't pair it with the right primer or something. Who knows? But everything that I talked about in today's video will be linked in the description box below in case you guys want to purchase it, along with like the colors, the shades, and all that. And stay tuned because I will be making another video with high-end products, same style. And let me know what you guys think of the setup. Do you guys like the colors, the lighting? I think it looks very true to the colors, but also there's a lot of like going on in the background, so I don't know if that's too distracting, but let me know in the comments below. But that is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, I would appreciate if you would do so, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.